Hello, it's Simon Zucchi here. I'm the CEO and founder of Crowd Property, and in this short video, I'd like to tell you about the latest development project on the Crowd Property platform, which is in High Brooms Road, Kent, TN4 9DP. Now, it's actually the demolition of some existing lock-up garages and the erection of two 3-bedroom semi-detached houses. Before I tell you about the project, let me tell you a little bit about Crowd Property. So Crowd Property is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. Crowd Property is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under interim permission. Crowd Property is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loan you make, and your capital is at risk. Crowd Property endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, Crowd Property will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. So let's talk about this particular project. Now, this is a computer generated image of what the project will look like when it's finished. The address is High Brooms Road, Tunbridge Wells, Kent, and the postcode, so you can do your research, is TN4 9DP. Now, about the development, so basically it is a property comprises of some open parking area and some vacant terraced of 5 garages with a detached garage storage building. The land is adjacent to the property that the borrower actually owns and is currently being converted into flats. However, the existing property does not form part of the land that they are looking for funding on. So it's a separate piece of land that they're requiring. Now, planning permission on the land has been granted for the demolition of the garages and construction of a pair of semi-detached houses with associated gardens to the front and to the rear. And the planning reference you go and check on the Tunbridge Wells Borough Council website is 16/07444. So 16/07444. Now, the land with planning has been valued by the independent RICS surveyor. So as Royal Institute Chartered Surveyors, we always get an independent valuation. What's it worth now and what will be worth when the work's done as well. And the valuations come at 300,000. Now, the general gross development value of these two properties is going to be 850,000. That's the estimate from the RICS surveyor. However, we're doing this in 2 phases. So this first phase is just for the land with the planning permission. So we've agreed to lend the borrower £210,000, which is 70% loan to value based on the value being 300,000. The borrowers will come back for phase 2, which will provide the money to actually do the development in about 3 months' time. Now, the total loan length is going to be up to 18 months. Always, Crowd Property loans are a minimum 6 months, but up to 18. That's quite a long period. We'll explain later why it's quite a long period range that we're giving there. So here's a map of the location. As you see, the red symbol here is where the location is, and it's just a stone's throw away from High Brooms train station. So the site is situated on the east side of High Brooms Road, close to junction with Colebrook Road. Royal Tunbridge Wells is an attractive and prosperous commuter town located in the heart of Kent, and it's 9 miles south of Sevenoaks and 15 miles southwest of Maidstone. Fast trains from High Brooms to London Cannon Street, 43 minutes, and London Charing Cross is 53 minutes on a fast train. So this is pictures of the site. As you can see, there's some buildings here to the left. There's a building you just see here to the right, and it's this gap in the middle. You've got this separate garage block at the back, and these 5 terrace garages here. So you can see the terrace garages on the right-hand side, the image here, and it's demolition of this entire area that's going to give the space to put these 2 new houses in. And if you look at the location and site plan, you can see exactly how that fits in amongst the existing buildings. Probably slightly easy to see the street elevation there. So this is the new build property. Now, this is the inside. As you see, each property, there's an entrance hallway, stairs upstairs, walking into a kitchen diner, and then a lounge at the back with patio doors out to the back garden. And then if you go up the stairs, you go to the first floor, and there are 2 double bedrooms with a family bathroom. And you go up to the next floor, and then there's the master double bedroom with a private ensuite. So across 3 floors, 3 bedrooms, and that's the layout of these properties. Now, we believe in responsible lending and borrowing at Crowd Property. The amount of the loan is always based on the project and the experience of the borrowers. So in this case, we're going to lend £210,000, and the land is actually a joint venture in property company. They've got a number of companies. These guys have been doing it for a very long time. This particular property is St John's TW Limited and will be transferred to a new special purpose vehicle SPV company called St Ledger Limited. So the company that we're going to lend to is St Ledger Limited, which is a new company, and that will own the land upon which Crowd Property will have the charge. So the loan is 70% of the value according to the 300,000 RICS valuation, and the anticipated gross development of the project once completed is going to be 850,000 based on the current planning permission. Now, we say that because the borrowers, although they have planning permission to build these 2 properties, and we have to base our figures on the actual planning permission, they're looking to improve the current planning permission, and once obtained, they will return to discuss a phase 2 raise for the construction and the delivery of the project. What they're actually looking to do is see if they can get permission to convert into 6 apartments. Now, the exit strategy will vary depending on what they're looking to do. Obviously, this is all phase 2, so we'll give you more details when that comes out. So it's going to take about 3 months to reapply for the further planning. If they don't get that, they can use the existing planning and just go with plan A. If they do get the further planning, they'll actually develop 6 apartments instead, and obviously we will help them raise the money for the build cost of that. But the initial loan is 210,000. We always have a first charge security against the property, and the interest to be paid to the lenders is 8% per annum. Now, the length of the loan is, as we said, a minimum of 6 months, maximum 18. The reason we've gone up to 18 is because it will take about 3 months to do the application for the new planning. Then the bills will be 6 to 9 months. So that's probably, if you add on the 3 months initially, it's 9 to 12, and then depending if they decide to sell or refinance, there's a load of extra time to sell if they need to. So I doubt it's going to be as long as 18 months, but the maximum loan might be 18 months and the minimum will be 6 months. The loan is targeted to commence at the end of June 2017. We feel this will probably fund very quickly based on past performance on the platform, and it's really just a case of doing all the legal paperwork, so it should happen towards the end of June. The loan has been 100% underwritten. What that means is we have private lenders who have guaranteed this will happen. So in case no one from the crowd was to come and fund it, which is very unlikely, this project is definitely moving forward. So this is not a case of waiting to see if other people are going to fund it, if it's going to happen. This will definitely be happening at the end of June. If you want to get involved, you need to jump in. So let's consider the borrowers, and we always want to look at who are the people actually borrowing the money. So in this case, the developer is a family-run business based in Tunbridge Wells, Kent. They are very experienced, having successfully completed over 30 projects during the last 14 years, consisting of extensions, conversions, and also new builds. They have previously borrowed from Crowd Property on 2 separate occasions. The first project was the conversion of the former Flying Dutchman public house into 4 flats and 2 commercial units. It was actually the very first deal we put onto Crowd Property. It took quite a long time to fund because we were quite new at that stage, and obviously we have a lot more lenders now. We generally fund things very, very quickly now. The second project was construction of a pair of 7 detached houses on the site of a former pub car park. And both these projects have been paid back in full, in fact slightly early. Now, the 2 houses that were constructed before are very similar design to the 2 that are being made. So they've done these kind of projects before, which is also very reassuring. The latest developments, which is already owned within the group, will be transferred into one of the new companies called St Ledger Limited. So What are your next steps? Well, make sure you understand the loan. Remember, the loan is for 210,000, which is 70% loan to value compared to the value of the land with planning at 300,000. The loan is for anywhere between 6 to 18 months, and the interest paid is 8% per annum. Interest is always paid at the end of the loan when the capital is repaid as well. We always encourage you to carry your own due diligence. We do extensive due diligence at Crowd Property. Our expertise is in property, but we always encourage you to do your own due diligence as well. Decide how much you would like to lend. Loans can be as little as £500. Our average loan is about £9,000 to £10,000, and some people on some of the large projects lend over £100,000. But obviously, it completely depends on your budget. It's always wise to spread your risk amongst a number of projects. Now, you can lend from cash savings, you can lend for money in your business, and in certain circumstances, you might be able to lend for money in your pension. If you're interested in lending from your pension, you need to go onto the lender page on Crowd Property, and there's a tab you can click on, register your details in the pension section, and one of our regulated pension advisors will contact you and see if that's going to be possible for you. And we encourage you to visit the website and pledge today. If you're watching this video, means the project's already gone live, and projects are funding pretty quickly. So if you want to support this, come and place your pledge as soon as possible. Otherwise, you might miss out on this particular project. Now, you never send any money direct to us. Once you make a pledge, the first step is we'll conduct some anti-money laundering checks. If you've not lent with us before, if you've lent a long time ago and your ID's out of date, we might need to replace that. But if you've just lent recently, we won't need to check again. What you do is you send the funds to our solicitor, but not straight away, not when you pledge, is only once we reach the target, which will happen pretty quick. But then we'll email you a couple of weeks before the start date of the loan. We think the start date is going to be towards the end of June. Once all the legal paperwork's done, that's when the loan will start. That's when you start earning interest once the loan starts. And so it'll be a couple of weeks before that we'll request you send money to the solicitors. I'd like to remind you that Crowd Property is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under interim permission. Crowd Property is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. Thanks for watching this video, and I do hope you come and support this project. Thank you.